Bruce Lee vs. Naoya Inoue. My sincere welcome to the lovers of martial arts. In here, we will be having a duel between two great fighters, Bruce Lee vs. Naoya Inoue. I know what you are thinking, one is a living legend, and the other is, well, gone. But what if we could see them in an arena on a one-on-one against each other? Who would win? Would it be Bruce Lee or Naoya Inoue? To find out, stick with us through the end. Bruce Lee, an American Hong Kong martial artist, instructor, a great actor, and a philosopher, but most importantly, the creator of Jeet Kune Do. Early life. Bruce Lee was born on 27th of November 1940 in Chinatown, San Francisco. When he was of 3 months, his parents moved out to Hong Kong. In a local school in Hong Kong, he used to get involved in several street fights. By that time, he didn't know any martial arts, so his parents felt the need of admitting him into one of the best academies. But no academy would take him, as there was a prehistoric rule of not teaching the immigrants. But his father spoke on his behalf, and he finally got accepted into learning Wing Chun. His martial arts skills. Bruce Lee was a man of many sports such as Wing Chun, boxing, taekwondo, wrestling, ippy fencing, tai chi, judo, and street fighting. I know, mind-blowing, right? Just to let you know, he is the founder of Jeet Kune Do, a martial art style that he developed. Although he was trained a bit by his father in Wu-style Tai Chi, he got inspired with martial arts by a master Yip Man. When Lee was 16, he studied Wing Chun under the influence of Yip Man. Due Yip Man's classes, there are no regular schedule. They would randomly do drills, wooden dummy techniques, and free sparring. That was his Wing Chun story. He got trained in boxing by his college boxing team coach, Brother Edward. In 1958, he went against a previous champion, Gary Elms, in Hong Kong school tournaments. He crushed Gary Elms in the final. In the 1960s, he got heavily inspired by the legend Muhammad Ali and fused his footwork into his. Another influence on his life was Hong Kong rooftop fighting. In the 1960s, when he moved to the US, his motivation changed into making a strong and beast-like fit body. He gave up on baked goods and worked on his flexibility, agility, muscular strength, endurance, cardiovascular endurance, and gained some muscle mass. He followed traditional bodybuilding to gain some mass, but not overdone it. His movies. A great way to let you see his martial arts skills is from his movies. His father was an opera star, so he was brought into the world of acting in childhood. It is said that when Bruce Lee turned 18, he was cast in around 20 movies, and after he turned 18, well, it is unlimited. But some of his great movies are Enter the Dragon, The Orphan, Way of the Dragon, The Big Boss, Fist of Fury, The Kid, and the list keeps going on. In his movie Enter the Dragon, you can see his martial arts skills that are not Kung Fu, Wing Chun, or any other martial art but his hybrid Jeet Kune Do. Naoya Inoue. Now it's time to talk about another monster, literally monster. I'm talking about Naoya Inoue. It is not his height or weight for which he is called monster, but for his brutal punches and fighting style. He is the boxer who won't budge going after the world champions. Early life. The monster was born on the 10th of April 1993 in Zama, Kanagawa. The most inspirational person of his life is his father, who also happens to be a boxer. His father trained his way into boxing from an early age. His boxing record. His boxing record is unbeatable. He has defeated several world champions, and by the way, when he would sign a fighting contract with you, he would tell you sincerely that he won't fight easy opponents. Amateur career. Inoue has been fighting off since a young age. He started his amateur career when he was 16. He participated in the Japanese Junior National Championship. The following year, he brought a bronze medal to his hometown from Asian Youth Champion in Tehran, Iran. He then showed his skills in AIBA Youth World Champions, earned the gold medal in the 21st President's Cup in Indonesia. He has been roaming the world, showing his skills from a young age. His amateur record is somewhat 75 wins and 6 losses. Around 48 of the wins were through KO. That's why he's called the Monster. Professional career. He started his professional career in 2012, but he hasn't lost a single match to this day. Where all of his matches were with the champions and Deadly Beast, who were known for their morality. In the first year of his professional career, he defeated Christian Omeao, who was the Filipino national champion. He knocked him out in the 4th round. In 2013, he won the Japanese light flyweight title from Ryoichi Taguchi. His win was through the decision. In the same year, he also competed against Jerson Manchiao. The fight bout was for OPBF's light flyweight title, where Naoya defeated Manchiao brutally. 2014 is the year where he named several titles after him, including the WBO Junior Bantamweight title, where he defended the WBO Junior Bantamweight title about 7 times against high-class fighters. In 2018, he went out for WBO regular bantamweight title and brought it home. While in 2019, he was named WBA Super Bantamweight title after him in a World Boxing Super Series final, where the same year he also won the Ring Bantamweight title. He has been surprisingly defending these 2 titles to this day. No one has been able to snatch these titles away from him. Just like his amateur record, his professional record is also unbeatable. Overall, he has won 21 matches out of 21. He hasn't lost a single match where 18 matches were through KO, and the 3 were by decision. There's no denying that he is the monster for sure. The duel. Finally, it is time for the duel. So, who would you think would win here? Will it be Bruce Lee, a born dragon? Or will it be the monster, Naoya Inoue? Let's find out. But just to let you know, we will be comparing each fighter with their attributes and score them 10 in each pedigree. The fighting pedigree. Comparing the fighting pedigree is always difficult to do. First, let's start with Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee's fighting style is undefinable. In his teens, he was a famous face of Hong Kong street fights, while in his adulthood, no one dared to stand against him. On the other side, he is the founder of Jeet Kune Do, a hybrid martial art. It is time to talk about Naoya Inoue. The monster has fought around 81 matches and won 75 matches, while 48 of them were through KO. While in his professional career, he hasn't lost a single match even to the world champions. So, 9 points to Bruce Lee and 8 to Naoya Inoue. Physique. Bruce Lee was weighed around 141 pounds and is 5 feet 7.5 inches tall, while Naoya is 5 feet 5 inches tall and weighs 118 pounds. This will give Bruce Lee an advantage over here as he is taller and weighed heavier than Naoya Inoue. So 7 points for Bruce Lee and 6 for Inoue. Skills. If we will compare them in the skills category, they both have the same kind of experience in their martial arts. When Bruce Lee masters in Jeet Kune Do, Naoya is the man of boxing. They both have been fighting since their childhood, so they are both scored the same 8 points. Improvisation. So, who would win in a fight? The main question should be, would it be a street fight, where you can use any kind of martial arts, or will it be in a boxing ring? If it was in a boxing match, then it would be a deadly match ever happened in the history of boxing. But if it will be a street fight with Bruce Lee, then Naoya is a bit at disadvantage here. So 9 points for Bruce Lee and 7.5 points for Naoya Inoue. Verdict. Now it is time for the last stage. Let's bring up the scoreboard. Bruce Lee scored 33, while Naoya is left behind with 3.5 points, scoring 29.5. In a real match, even though the chances of Bruce Lee are higher, but Naoya Inoue is no slouch either. Name another fighter who could dare to stand against Bruce Lee in a one-on-one. Naoya Inoue is a deadly fighter who can take down everyone standing against him. That is okay if you don't agree with me, but why won't you share your thoughts with the world in the comment section? If you adored our little duel, then press up the like button and subscribe to our channel for sportier and entertainment videos. See you at the next one.